Got a business? Need more exposure? Your local station 88.6 Plenty Valley FM can help. We can tailor a package for your business with reasonable rates. Call the station during office hours on 9404 2111 and get your message out there.
88.6 Plenty Valley FM.
On the phone from the City of Whittlesea, I have the Mayor. Welcome, Aiden.
G'day, Brett, and happy Thursday afternoon to you, mate.
Yes, the Thursday before Christmas. It's all happening.
Mate, it's come upon us quickly, and as they say, the older you get, the faster time flies. So I'm prepared this year, a little bit.
Well, it's been funny. The year's gone quick. This last 2 weeks before Christmas seems to have dragged off, getting all the days mixed up, but we're finally nearly there.
100%. Look, I haven't done the shopping yet, but the advantage to that is I think you get all the specials after Christmas, and it all works out.
Yeah, you keep telling yourself that.
I think I say it to myself every year, actually.
You so fit the male stereotype there. Yes. So I'm looking for what's going on at the down there at the council at the moment.
Mate, never a dull moment. If it's happening in Victoria, it's happening in the City of Whittlesea.
Yeah.
We had our first December council meeting, so we had our debut democracy meeting in the first almost 5 years last Tuesday.
Wow.
And that was fantastic. Like, really, it was a little bit of robust debate. That's part of, representing the community. But it was really good to see that all the training and inductions that we'd done with the organisation had sort of culminated to this, this beautiful fruition of us being able to, machinate all the issues of the city and make the best decisions in the interest of our community. Mm-hmm. And obviously, there's a bit of qualm in there. And but you know what? We got through it and we did okay. And I reckon they're almost ready for a break.
After the one meeting, yeah. So quite a few outcomes. Absolutely,
yes. We had some planning scheme amendments that came through. And one particular one I want to highlight, Brett, is a Victorian home that was built in 1891 on Plenty Road, just near the proposed sporting complex there. Mm-hmm. And we were able to protect and preserve that, and obviously it'll be upskilled and repurposed. But it's so great that was able to be preserved. That was a key one of there. We also had a discussion on an application to rezone the industrial land in Bundoora, and that was to allow a residential neighbourhood to be built, and that will support the need for more housing locally. We also endorsed the submission to the Department of Transport and Planning and the EPA, and that was to urge the Victorian Government to reject the proposal for the waste processing facility in Wollert. Brett, that's been a pretty contentious issue in the last 6 months, especially obviously in the council elections, and the community have spoken resoundingly to say that, you know what, we don't need an incinerator in our local area. We've got this unprecedented growth of residential. We want small business, a thriving place for families and people to come here, but the last thing we want is an incinerator. I think it's poor planning, and I think some of the state members have also activated a petition for that. So we want to work with our local state members to make sure we can say, hey guys, wrong place, wrong time. So I'm really glad that was unanimously supported by the council, and that sends a very strong message that we really want to have input into where the future of our community is heading. So that was a cracker. We also heard about the range of state government initiatives designed to increase the housing supply. Now, I might have mentioned earlier, Brett, that we've got about 88,000 homes earmarked for the Northern Corridor. Obviously, mostly of that will be in the City of Whittlesea, and that is over the next 16 years. So this is unprecedented growth, and we have 350 new residents coming every week, including an extra 60 babies. So we're talking about 410 people coming per week to the City of Whittlesea. So that's going to come with a lot of challenges, but I reckon we're really placed to be able to navigate a way forward to make sure that we have a balanced outcome, because the last thing we want is sardine cans and these houses slapped in with no garden, kids in front of the telly, and of course you're getting stung with parking fines because there's not enough room. So we want to make sure that any mistakes that were done in the past, that we can learn from those and make sure that we have a very balanced area going ahead. We don't want urban sprawl without the infrastructure that we need. So I'm pretty sure we've got everybody on board to make sure that we get that right, and that's a good one. And of course we also appointed councillors to a range of different committees, and you can find all the details of those under the matters discussed, and they're all on the website, and obviously we'll get in touch with your local ward councillor to see where they're at and what they're doing beyond the council chambers.
Fantastic. Sounds good. So a lot going on. What about the Gorge Road shopping precinct? You're upgrading that, I believe.
Oh, you know it. So we're upgrading the streetscape in that area. We're parking and around the Gorge Road shopping precinct, and that's in South Morang, of course. And that project includes an expanded outdoor dining area with seating and tables. It's got improved street lighting and a raised pedestrian crossing over Reed Street there, and some new trees to provide the necessary shade just out the shops there. We're also changing the parking arrangements outside the shop from angled parking to parallel. So hopefully that'll be a bit easy for those people if they can do their old parallel parking.
I don't know about easier.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, they might have to upskill a little bit, but it will improve the safety of the drivers along that busy stretch there. Brett, I do want to stress, though, that all the Gorge Road businesses, they are open.
Yep.
And they continue to operate, please. So if you can support those businesses, there's a little hurdle to get to them, but you know what? They're hurting. So if you can make that extra effort to put a bit of coin through the till for them, that'd be really appreciated. And the parking that's available in the car park behind the shops, and that's accessible by Reed Street there as well. I ordered a pizza there the other week. Beautiful pizza there, but just make that extra effort. A few more steps. It'll be good for your health, and it'll be good for the small businesses. So that's another one that you've got to keep an eye on. And that project, of course, is supported by the Vic government through the grant from its Growing Suburbs Fund. Brett, there is actually a bit of movement in the state government on the local government side of things. Today, a new local government minister in Nick Stakos, he's the member for Bentley, announced as part of the cabinet reshuffle. So I'll be introducing myself to him in the coming weeks to ensure that we can work very closely with Nick as the new local government minister and make sure we get the best outcomes for our city.
But a bit of a mover and shaker by the sounds of things, yeah?
Oh, yeah, mate. There's a few changes going there, but we'll keep an eye on it and make sure that we've got those open lines of communication so we can continue to do the old basics brilliantly.
Oh, that's good. What's going on with the Peter Wegner portraits there? Yeah, that sounds interesting.
Yes. Yeah. We're unveiling 2 new portraits, and they've recently been added to the cultural collection. And one was an Archibald Prize-winning artist by the name of Peter Wegner, as you mentioned, and he's created 2 portraits of local residents who reached the milestone of 100 years.
Oh, wow.
So, mate, they're, I don't know what their secrets are, but I'll try and get in touch with them because I tell you what, I wouldn't mind that 100 years old portrait done, mate. But these portraits, they're part of Peter's Centenarian project, and that honours the stories and the lives of those Australians who have reached this milestone. And one of the portraits, Brett, is a 103-year-old Laylaw resident in Layla Joyce Worrell. And the second features Peter Petrov from Bundoora. He'll be celebrating his 100th birthday, believe it or not, on Christmas Day. So, what a double whammy, and I'm sure his family and friends will be there to support him to hit the old 3 figures. But fantastic achievement from both of those, and obviously we're greatly appreciative to Peter for doing those portraits. Yeah,
and where can we see these portraits?
So you should be able to see them at some point. They'll put them on the website in late January, and they should be obviously going to be somewhere placed in the council. They'll unveil those, and there'll be more details to come. So looking forward to that one. Well,
it sounds like the City of Whittlesea is a good place to live with a couple of centenaries in there. Long-lived people.
Well, if you ask them, mate, it's not a good place to live. It's the only place to live.
Yeah, it's all that fresh air, isn't it?
100%, mate. I'll tell you, it's the best part, mate. All the red gums we got, mate, the beautiful sceneries and the hills. And, in some parts it's only 30, 40 minutes away from the CBD, but you get the best of both worlds.
When are you finishing? When's the council shutting shop?
Mate, I'm hoping to have a couple of hours sleep on Christmas Day, then I'll be back at it. The office closing hours are going to be at the Civic Centre in South Morang. That's obviously there at 25 Ferris Boulevard. That'll close at 2 p.m. this Tuesday, so just in time for Christmas Eve.
Yep.
And that'll reopen on Friday the 27th. So, look, only a few days shut down. The staff are going to deserve every bit of that, and they're going to have to get a bit of rest and recharge before they open up again. But to all the staff, they've done a fantastic job. And, for those few days, I'm sure the residents will understand that, if they want a good 2025, then they've got to treat the staff well. I reckon a couple of days is deserving. The Whittlesea Service Hub, and that's in Church Street in Whittlesea, of course, that'll also close at 2 p.m. on the 24th, and that'll reopen a little later on Monday the 6th of January. So any overflow there, they, of course, can go to the South Morang Civic Centre, and then on the 6th of January, obviously in Church Street there, that'll open up at the Service Hub there. So, yeah, mate, it's all happening. So, I'm really looking forward to everybody having a bit of R&R, and hoping you do get some yourself as well, Brett, and the team there.
Well and truly, but I do have an important question. What about rubbish, the pickup? Because everyone gets confused about that.
They do, and there's several posts on all the platforms.
Good.
There, obviously, because there's more rubbish, and we can obviously meet that supply and demand.
Yep.
If there's any questions, go to the website, and it's a little hurdle, but once you get all the information's at your fingertips to make sure that it's not overflowing and the crows aren't having a Christmas with you, because, we've got to keep on top of that. We don't want it overflowing because, as I said, we want to do the basics brilliantly, and especially in these peak seasons. And a big shout-out, too, of course, to all those people who'll be working when everybody's having a rest. And, they're going to be waving the flag. And hopefully, we're very appreciative on behalf of all the residents that we've got good people like that who are willing to keep those frontline services going.
Fantastic. Well, it's about this time of year that I say Merry Christmas to you and have a good one.
Likewise, Brett. I'm about to refuel. I'm on Dalton Road, mate, in Laylaw, about to refuel and council again tonight. Mate, have a great Christmas yourself and the holiday season. And for those that are celebrating, have a Merry Christmas and take care of the roads out there. And let's get ready for a cracking 2025.
Well, we'll catch you on the airwaves towards the end of January. So, take Thursday afternoons off and enjoy.
Sounds like a plan. Take care, Brett.
All right. All the best. Catch you in the new year.
Mate, good on you. Bye.
Thanks, Aiden. Mayor of Whittlesea there, Aiden McLindon, just keeping us informed about what's happening locally.
I love the local news.
I love the music variety.
And all the local sport.
24 hours a day. It's all local. 88.6 Plenty Valley FM.